Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Myself, Dr. Mahendra Mote, working as Assistant Professor of Animal Husbandry and Dairy Science at Research cum Development Project on Cattle, Mahatma Phule Krishi Vidyapith, Rahuri. Friends, in this video, we will see regarding effect of abiotic stress on livestock physiology, part 2. In first part or in first video, we have already discussed on different basic things related to this topic, such as climate, what is stress, classification and types of stressors, abiotic stress, thermoneutral zone, then what is heat stress and what are its signs, heat production, heat loss, temperature humidity index. If you have not gone through the first video, just go in the description and watch it in my YouTube channel. Now we will see what are the effects of abiotic stress, that is heat stress, on livestock physiology one by one. First we will see what is the impact of heat stress on livestock physiology, that is on rectal temperature. Change in rectal temperature has been considered an indicator of heat storage in animal's body. You can see here the normal temperatures of cattle, sheep, buffalo and goat are given here. Even a rise of less than 1 degree Celsius in rectal temperature is enough to reduce performance in most livestock species. SETI has recorded that 2.6 degree Celsius rise in rectal temperature in buffaloes when exposed to direct sun rays. Rectal temperature of 42 degree Celsius and above are considered as dangerous in sheep. Now we will see about respiration rate. It is a good indicator of heat stress. It increases during heat stress. Normal breaths per minute of cattle are 18 to 28, sheep and goat are 20 to 30, horse 18 to 16. Respiration rate increased from 29 to 59 per minute when male buffalo cows exposed to 40.5 degrees Celsius. Tachypnea is the first reaction in animals exposed to temperature above thermoneutral zone. Respiration rate increases in heat stressed goat at 35 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius. Respiration rate is more than 70 to 80 per minute in cattle when they are heat stressed. Next is pulse rate. As the ambient temperature increases, the pulse rate as well as the circulation of blood increases to transfer heat from core to periphery. Normal pulse rate per minute in cattle is 45 to 55 and in sheep and goat it is 70 to 80. Pulse rate increased moderately during exposure to hot environment in buffaloes. Body temperature, normal body temperature of cattle is 101.5 degree Fahrenheit and it rises to 102.5 degree Fahrenheit. Now if you see here, the table is given in which effect of heat stress challenge on body temperature and heart rate of Nemi sheep. It is given here. If you see in case of control and heat stress sheep, you can see rectal temperature. It is 39.3, whereas it has rise up to 39.7 in heat stress sheep. Respiratory rate, that is 61, and it has raised up to 80. Skin temperature of different parts, neck, back, right hip, left hip, are given here. If you see in control and in heat stress sheep, you can see there is a rise in the all the four aspects. Heart rate, it is 115.17 in control ships, whereas it has been shown in decrease 85.77 in heat stress animals. Also, the study was continued on some blood constitutes, and if you see here RBC counts, it has been increased as when you control and heat stress animals are compared. Hemoglobin, packed cell volume, mean cell hemoglobin, thyroxine, and tridothyronine, these all have been checked here for control and heat stress sheeps. Then if you see the skin temperature, it is the result of adjustment of the skin blood flow that ends with regulation of the heat between the body core and skin. In sheep, skin temperature was recorded to be highest during summer and lowest during winter. Then scrotal skin temperature. A high ambient temperature significantly increases the scrotal skin temperature in rams. The difference between abdominal and testicular temperature is approximately 4 degrees Celsius in rams and bulls. Now we will see effect of heat stress on digestion and metabolism of animals. Heat stress of lactating cattle results in dramatic reductions in roughage intake and rumination. Dry matter intake in cattle decreases up to 10 to 20%. The maintenance energy requirement may increase by 20 to 30%. Lactating cow producing 30 kg or more milk per day exhibit some depression in appetite at 25 degrees Celsius. It shows a marked decline when temperature goes above 30 degrees Celsius, and virtually it stops eating at 40 degrees Celsius. Heat stress results reduction in roughage intake, gut motility and rumination. It decreases volatile fatty acid production and alters in acetate propionate ratio. Rumen pH declines during thermal stress. Electrolyte concentrations, in particular sodium and potassium, are reduced in rumen fluid of heat stressed cattle. Lactating cow might experience metabolic ketosis as energy input would not satisfy energy need and thus accelerate body fat catabolism, accumulating ketone bodies if they are not rapidly excreted. Chronic heat stress decreases circulating glucose levels in Holstein bull cows, heifers, sheep, and broilers. Hyperinsulinemia, chronic heat stress increases insulin levels in lactating cows, growing cows, sheep, and broilers. Lipid metabolism is affected by chronic heat stress. It reduces fat oxidation in different species. Levels of non-esterified fatty acids are typically reduced in dairy cows. Protein metabolism. Thermal stress alters dietary protein utilization and body protein metabolism. Chronic heat exposure knock down protein synthesis in various muscles, decreases protein breakdown with lower levels of plasma amino acids. Excessive thermal stress decreases level of antioxidants. Now if you see here the picture, why does a heat stressed cow eat less? Cows get a lot of their energy by breaking down the fiber in the plants they eat. Breaking down fiber generate heat. So a cow's body temperature will naturally rise slightly after eating. Normally, this is okay, but a rise in body temperature can be dangerous if the cow is already in a hot climate. A heat-stressed cow will eat less to try to keep its body temperature from rising. Eating less also means the cow cannot grow as quickly or produce as much milk. Producers try to cool cows by providing shade and fans. If we see in developing countries, it is harder to invest the money to combat heat stress. Now we'll see effect of heat stress on reproduction. High environmental temperature causes detrimental effects on conception, spermatogenesis, oogenesis, ovulation, and embryogenesis. In case of male reproduction, the bulls, due to high ambient temperatures, their semen quality and reproductive performance are decreased. When the bulls were exposed to 40 degrees Celsius, spermatids and spermatozoa influenced the greatest. Reduced sperm output, decreased sperm motility, and increased proportion of morphologically abnormal spermatozoa in the ejaculate. Reaction time, that is libido, is shorter in summer season. If we see in the rams, scrotal circumference, testicular consistency, tone, size, and weight are decreased in hot summer. There is a decrease in reproductive activity during thermal stress, with a decrease in the level of T3 and T4 hormone. Now if you see in case of female reproduction, heat stress increases incidence of weak estrus, silent heat, ovulation failure, and number of cervix per conception, especially in buffaloes. The plasma levels of luteinizing hormone, estradiol, are decreased in cows and are main factors of low fertility. Reduction in the luteinizing hormone secretion reduced estrogen secretion, impaired detection of estrus, reduced oocyte quality, implantation failure, and infertility. Now if you see here, the graph here given is reduced fertility, and the reasons of reduced fertility are given here. So if we see the uncertain roles of other stress and thermoregulatory hormones, you can see here the reduced fertility. So if there is poor appetite, then reduced foraging and dry matter intake will be there. Naturally, the animals will go in negative energy balance, and the worst will happen during lactation. Then increased in GH and NEFA will be there, and decreased in insulin and IGF-1 will be there reduced. different hormones, luteinizing hormones and estradiol, and it all will result into poor estrus detection, fewer cows inseminated, increased inseminations at wrong time, and poor quality oocytes. Then in second part, if we see hyperthermia, it will increase body temperature, then increased lethargy and compromised uterine environment will be there, and this will again go into the poor estrus detection, fewer cows inseminated, increased insemination at wrong time, and implantation failure, and this all will reduce the fertility of the animals. So hyperthermia and poor appetite, this will result into the reduced fertility. Now if you see in case of buffalo, what will happen if there is heat stress, then the dry matter intake will automatically reduced. If the dry matter intake is reduced, then animals go in negative energy balance, and as maintenance energy requirement will be increased, and this will result into decrease of glucose and increase of non-esterified fatty acids, and this negative energy balance will increase the and maintenance energy requirement, it will result into decrease of LH hormone. This will happen when the body temperature will go above 39 degrees Celsius. And in case of infertility, if we see the follicular development, it will decrease, then steroidogenesis will decrease, gonadotropin secretion will decrease, oocyte competence will decrease, and poor estrus expression and fertilization will be reduced. And due to heat stress, the compromised uterine environment and loss of embryo will be there, and it causes the infertility. Also, milk production will decline due to the rise of body temperature. So if we see, due to heat stress in buffaloes, there will be reduced of dry matter intake, and due to which negative energy balance will be there, and this milk production will be affected, and also the reproduction will be also affected in the buffaloes. The heat stress causes hyperprolactinemia, poor follicle maturation, and decreased estradiol production in anestrus buffaloes. Anestrus associated with low thyroid function is common in buffaloes during summer season. Heat stress has a direct effect on estrus behavior and ovarian activity in buffaloes. Heat stress decreases the length and intensity of estrus. This graph is given effect of heat stress on percentage blastocysts recovered on day 8. Cows were heat stress on day 1, 3, 5 or 7 after estrus, or were non-heat stressed or control. Thermal stress has an adverse effect on the conception and postpartum performance. Low dry matter intake results in negative energy balance, which produces lower blood concentrations of insulin and IGF-1. Insulin is required for the development of follicles and has been beneficial effects on oocyte quality that we have seen in case of buffalo. Heat stress changes the secretion of thyroxine, cortisol, and adrenaline. These may potentially impair fertility. Now we will see effect of heat stress on embryonic development. The period of greatest susceptibility is immediately after the onset of estrus and early during the post-breeding period. Heat stress reduces embryonic survival in cattle. The pre-implantation embryo is susceptible to maternal heat stress, but the susceptibility declines as the development proceeds. Cattle and sheep exhibit reduced uterine and umbilical blood flows, resulting reduced fetal oxygen, nutrients and fetal size. During mid and late gestation greatly reduces the total embryo cell number and placentum size. Effect of heat stress on fetal development. Heat stress during gestation causes reduced fetal growth, placental weights, and concentrates of placental hormones in the blood. In late gestation, heat stress reduces fetal growth and alters endocrine status of the dam. Lamb birth weight, live body weight gain or growth rate, as well as total body solids and daily solids gains are impaired by exposure to elevated temperatures. Heat stress probably has more effects during mid gestation than late gestation because angiogenesis is more extensive in the former period. Glucose transport capacity across the placenta is also reduced. Heat stress also causes a measurable decrease in uterine blood flow, which reduced fetal growth in late pregnancy and altered placental function. Stress during gestation alters postpartum maternal care and the development of offspring. Stress can directly alter maternal care through neuroendocrine systems that normally regulate this behavior. Friends, if you have liked the information given in this video, please do not forget to like it, share with your friends and subscribe the channel for further updates. Also, don't forget to watch part 3 of this topic. Thank you very much.